about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, be a man up, boys don't cry. These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet, 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Start the new year out with over $45,000 in cash and prizes at Clomoya Casino. The top prize climbs each week at our Wintertime Money Lift Friday drawings. Win up to $5,000 on January 31st. Win up to a 65-inch TV and $100 cash at the Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats. And up to $250 free play at the Fortune Free Play Kiosk. Only at Clomoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
At Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls, we produce some of the highest paid graduates in the state. We also have a competitive athletic program, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
What is you doing? Is there ever more of a chance that someone is going to get traded than when someone says we are not trading?
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
How this evolves. We saw kind of the NFL on Christmas take that over and changes to the All-Star game. It's at a crossroads, I would say. I would say it's at a crossroads.
Right. I think
It's a bit of a crossroads.
the NFL is reigning supreme.
It sure is.
But we do love the drama, and that's why we're talking about the NBA day before.
104.3 and 960 Sports and Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Klamath Falls present Oregon Tech Lady Owls basketball. Today's game is brought to you by Lake of the Woods Resort, Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty, your local Les Schwab Tire Centers, and Abby's Pizza.
Last night at Danny Miles Court, a defensive clinic was put on by the Oregon Tech Lady Owls, holding College of Idaho to just 21% shooting in a 38-point home win. Today, it's pink out here at Danny Miles Court. Eastern Oregon is in town, and Tech gunning for their first sweep of the Mountaineers since 2005. As we welcome you here to Klamath Falls, our pregame show here on 104.3 and 960 Sports, as it's Oregon Tech and Eastern Oregon, live for a Cascade Conference matchup. Mike Safford here yesterday. It was all Tech in a 73-35 victory over C of I. Tech getting 14 points from Kennedy Toll and limiting C of I to their lowest shooting percentage of the season. But today they'll face an Eastern Oregon team that comes in winners of 8 of their last 10. Despite a loss yesterday at Southern Oregon, it was a close one for the Mountaineers. For Oregon Tech, they handled them fairly easily. 69 50 in LeGrand way back in early December, but they know that Eastern's going to bring their A game today here for a pink out. Tech will be wearing their pink jerseys as well. We hope that you'll get to the arena early as the first 1,000 fans get a free pink out t-shirt. We talked about pink out last night's game and what Tech has to do to beat Eastern today as Joy Lee stops by for our coaches show. That's next here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Quail Mountain Coffee Company, Turn Tom Pointez, Bogate Construction, Pepsi Cola, and Rogue Credit Union.
Carbon monoxide.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Hey, grab me one too.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
At Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls, we produce some of the highest paid graduates in the state. We also have a competitive athletic program, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Estate market, call us today. Coldwell Banker, Home and Premier Realty, locally owned and nationally known.
It's time for the Oregon Tech Coaches Show as Mike Sappert sits down with head coach Joy Lees. Brought to you by Lake of the Woods Resort. Now the voice of the Owls, Mike Sappert.
It's a pink out Saturday afternoon here at Danny Miles Court as the Lady Owls get set to take on longtime rival Eastern Oregon. Joy Lee stops by for our coaches show. And Joy, just an outstanding effort by your club yesterday, holding College of Idaho to just 35 points in a 38-point win. And, you know, it's been a few hours since then. You look back and it's just like, hey, that's a good W for your club.
It was just a great defensive effort by everybody all the way around. That was, you know, we started out kind of slow. I felt like we were a little bit sluggish. We missed some shots early, and I thought, gosh, is this going to be one of those low-scoring, ugly games? But we really clamped down defensively, which led to gave us a spark, I think, on the offensive end. So we were able to kind of get it figured out, and yeah, it was just a great effort by everyone. One of the things you mentioned during halftime of the men's game yesterday was the fact that your scout was to take Anna Mooney completely out of the game, force her to use her offhand, which she doesn't want to, and when the night was done, she didn't score. Yeah, that was just another example of the great effort. You know, our players understood what we had to take away, and we really took it away. Their offense runs through the middle. We were trying to force teams to the sideline, and we really hardly ever gave up the middle. I thought our help side defense was the best it's been all year. You know, and we just got to continue that.
You hold them to 21.5% shooting from the field. It was the lowest field goal percentage by a conference opponent in 7 seasons. And did some digging to go back to that one. But, you know, it hasn't just been that game. It's been over the last month or two, and it really seems like you guys have found your identity at that end of the floor, and that's transitioned into being one of the better offensive teams in this league.
It has, and we've been preaching that, and so I feel like, you know, the numbers are proving us right as coaches, so that's helpful, but it helps just reinforce what we're trying to do, and I think our players have really bought into it. I think they accept the challenge of the particular things we're trying to do defensively, and then, you know, they're going out and executing, and even when we go all the way, you know, we go down to the end of our bench like we did last night, they're doing the same things. So, you know, it's just really fun to see the stuff that we're really working hard on in practice translate into games, and we're successful at it.
It's kind of like Greg Stewart tells me about his softball team. You know, they're ranked in the top 5 perennially, and he talks about how when they do an inter-squad game, the kids that are reserves are facing a top 5 team. And it's the same thing for your club, that those reserves in practice day in and day out are going up against your starters. Of course it's going to make them better.
Yeah, and it really has. And you know, they give us a look every day. And so I'm really just happy that we were able to get them some time last night, because they really deserve it.
Tonight it is Eastern Oregon in town, a team that has played extremely well over the last month or so. We'll talk about the Mounties when we come back, and it's also pink out. We'll talk about what that means to the Oregon Tech women's basketball program as well. Joy Lease will stay with us when we come back. We're live here from Danny Miles Court on a pink out on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
There is a quiet epidemic happening. Male depression and suicide are on the rise, but men are not encouraged to talk about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, "Be a man," "Man up," "Boys don't cry." These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
Start the new year out with over $45,000 in cash and prizes at Clomoya Casino. The top prize climbs each week at our Wintertime Money Lift Friday drawings. Win up to $5,000 on January 31st. Win up to a 65-inch TV and $100 cash at the Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats. And up to $250 free play at the Fortune Free Play Kiosk. Only at Clomoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Arena and much more. Take your family or leave the kids at home and make it a romantic getaway. Pamper yourself with a stay at the Running Y Ranch Resort.
Who's trying to stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's. This is Abby and Bob. In 1964, these two high school pals started it all. Almost 60 years later, we still keep our word to the people of the Pacific Northwest to make the best pizza with the freshest ingredients. And that's a promise we will always keep. Abby's loves the Pacific Northwest so much, we named one of our favorite pizzas after it, the P&W Chicken Pizza, featuring loads of chicken, onion, country bacon, and Canadian bacon piled to the edge. Family-owned Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition.
Today's game is brought to you by Klamath Falls Honda, Pacific Electric Contractors, The Days Inn, Avista Utilities, and Turn Tom Pointez Tire. It's time for the pregame show brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. That's Abby's Legendary Pizza. Now the voice of the Owls, Mike Safford.
Back here on a pink out Saturday afternoon as the Lady Owls get set to take on Eastern Oregon. You'll be wearing your pink jerseys for the one time this season. I know the girls love to be able to put those ones on just like they do the black jerseys when we'll be at home in a couple weeks. But what does pink out mean to you and your program? Because it is such a meaningful thing to this community.
Well, it's near and dear to my heart personally because I've lost a family member to breast cancer. So, you know, anytime we can come out and show support to research and, you know, just the women who are battling this terrible disease, it's always great for me. So it feels like I'm giving a little bit back to the person that my family lost. So, you know, it's important. It's really important to our community. This is such a big day. I think everybody knows about it. You see those pink out t-shirts that are handed out throughout the year all around the community. People are wearing them, you know, so this is just, it's a special night, and so we're excited to be a part of it.
And a chance to take on an Eastern Oregon team that you handle fairly easily. Scary to say that against any team that Angie Weisenfluh coaches, the Dean of Women's Basketball Coaches in this league. 69-50 was the lowest scoring game that Eastern's had this season. It was the biggest victory margin ever in the series for Oregon Tech, but it's not the same Eastern team that you faced in LeGrand. They've found their rhythm behind Brie Holicek and Kelsey Signer, their top 2 scorers. They've gotten a couple players back from injury, and a team that's firing on all cylinders, and gave Southern Oregon a game last night in Ashland.
Yeah, they are a different team. They're kind of figuring things out. You talk about Signer and Holicek. They're 2 of the best players in the conference. So, to contain them is really a challenge. They can both shoot. They can both post up. They create kind of a matchup issue. So they're going to want a little bit of redemption coming in tonight. The good thing for us is they played a lot of minutes in a tough battle last night against Southern. We were able to rest some girls, so hopefully that pays off for us.
And you look at that matchup, you were able to get a huge effort from Gabby Gaskin in that game. Went for a career-high 28 points there in LeGrand. It seems like she likes to play against Eastern Oregon.
She does. Last year at Eastern was her best game also. So hopefully she can translate that into a home game too.
What do you guys got to do today to come away with a victory and pick up, scary to say this, the first sweep against EOU since 2005?
Well, we got to push the pace. We got to control boards. And then, of course, we got to guard their big 2. We got to guard those 2, and we can't let them have career nights tonight.
Finally, how fun was it yesterday with that big crowd, especially in that second half? You guys started getting on a roll and just seemed to get louder and louder and louder.
Oh, it was amazing. And you just watched, and I feel bad about this, but you kind of watched C of I their shoulders just sink and sink and sink, because it's hard to really get any momentum when you're battling a crowd like that.
It's going to be a fun one here today. Pink got already a ton of pink in the gym right now, and it's time for the Lady Owls to go and get a sweep of Eastern Oregon. Joy Lees, thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you later tonight.
All right.
We'll have our starting lineups. We'll have the tip-off. We'll look at the other scores from around the games. All that's coming up as our pregame show rolls on here from Danny Miles Court on 104.3 960 Sports.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Grab me one too.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Already here in attendance. It is going to be a fun one here today as Eastern Oregon and Oregon Tech match up once again. And these teams have had some great matchups over the years, but it's been Eastern Oregon that has had the series edge in this rivalry, winning 55 of the 78 previous games heading into this season. But Tech won the opening game earlier this year, 69-50. As I mentioned, they've swept the squad from Eastern Oregon just twice all time, once in 2003 and once in 2005. Last night around the Cascade Collegiate Conference, final scores, we talked about Eastern losing at Southern 67-55. Morgan Baird led the Raiders with 16 points as Southern made 18 of 24 shots in the second half. It was Lewis Clark State snapping a 2-game losing streak, 76-44 at home against Evergreen State. Libby Mathis had a double-double for Bushnell, 20 points and 14 rebounds as they held on late for a road win at Warner Pacific, 70-68. Jersey Huerta scored 28 for Multnomah as the Lions got off the schneid, ended a 9-game losing streak, winning at home 79-72 over Corbin. And in the lowest scoring game of the year in the Cascade Collegiate Conference, and when I say low scoring, I'm saying low scoring, it was Northwest picking up a victory at Walla Walla by a final of 45-34. In this one, a couple teams that have been playing well of late. Eastern comes in with a 12-6 record. They're 8-5 in conference play. And it's been Kelsey Signer and Bree Holacek, the two starters, that have combined to average 17 points per ball game. Signer from Crane, Bree Holacek from the Spokane area. Both of them can play inside. Both of them can play outside as well. So expecting to see a good matchup there on the block with those kids. In the lineup as well, the backcourt is Raquel Farringer, a junior from America Falls, Idaho. She has 4 points and 2 assists a night. Maggie Smith, the sophomore from Connell, Washington, 6 points and 3 rebounds a game. And expect to see Kiana Waiole, who gets the start in the middle. The junior from Cleveland High in Portland missed the first meeting between these two teams, but for the season, Waiole is averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds per night. Tech will go with the same group they've had all season long. Kennedy Toll had 14 last night in the win. She will start at the 2-guard position. Gabby Gaskin, who nearly had another triple-double last night, 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Gaskin averaging 12 points and 5 rebounds a night. The point forward is Tatum Schmerbach, 12 points, 7 rebounds a night for the sophomore from South Medford High. And then the bigs up front, Alexis Elquist at 6'1", 8 points and 8 rebounds for the kid from Elko, Nevada. And Josie Ramos in the middle. Ramos 9 points in yesterday's game, averaging 11 points and 5 rebounds for the sophomore from Baker City, Oregon. Again, Oregon Tech winners of 9 straight. They sit at 11-1 in conference play and 15-3 overall. If they win today, Tech has an opportunity to get back into the top 25 poll, which will be released on Wednesday. We've got our call for the national anthem. We'll step aside for a final time. When we come back, we'll have the starters live from Danny Miles Court.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
What a job for our national anthem here tonight. First of two. It's the Lady Owls getting set to take on the Mountaineers of Eastern. Here's Scott.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Oregon Institute of Technology and Danny Miles Court. It is time for Say Yes to Adventure, the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram starting lineups. We begin by welcoming friends, fans, and families, the Mounties of Eastern Oregon University of LeGrand. Starting at guard, a 5'5" junior from American Falls, Idaho, number 3, Raquel Feringer. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Connell, Washington, number 4, Maggie Smith. At guard, a 5'10" junior from Crane, Oregon, number 14, Kelsey Signer. At forward, a 5'10" junior from Portland, Oregon, number 20, Kaya Viviole. And at forward, a 5'10" senior from Spokane, Washington, number 21, Bree Holochek. The Mounties are coached by head coach Angie Weissenflew. She is assisted by Tiffany Ulmer. Here we go! The Lithia Toyota Klamath Falls experiences everything. Oregon Tech starting 5. Starting at guard, the 5'8" senior from Gridley, California, number 11, Kennedy Toll. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Jackson, California, number 12, Gigi Gabby Gascon. At forward, the 6'1" senior, battle-born Elko, Nevada, 15, Alexis Oquist. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore, Medford, Oregon, 22, Tatum Schmerbach. And at forward, the 6'1" sophomore from Baker City, Oregon, 33, Josie Ramos.
Another great introduction from Scott Allen here today as we're set for basketball. Oregon Tech and Eastern Oregon. It has been 20 years since the Lady Owls have swept Eastern Oregon in a regular season series. They have the ability to do that today. They had the chance a season ago, and Eastern used a big second half to top Tech in LeGrand last year, 74-69. 72-65. It'll be Ramus in the middle along with Kelsey Signer as we're set for basketball. Eastern in the road black tops, Tech wearing the pinks today with white numerals as it is a pink out. The tap controlled by the Mounties. We are underway. An Eastern team that tries to push the tempo is driving right to the basket. Scoring early is Waiwaole. She just attacked the basket and scored. Did not play in the first game. Her sister played for Oregon Tech and Scott Meredith about 10 years ago. As at the free throw line works Ramus, dumped a pass inside, it's tipped to Schmierbach, now Elquist to the short corner. Lob it over the defense to the top of the key, and right back to Schmierbach with 12 to shoot. Double team there, she tries to lob inside and an overplay, and Brie Holacek comes away with the steal. Quickly the other way, it's Fahringer to Waiwaole as she drives baseline, spins underneath, got caught under there, through a pass, it's on the floor. See what the call is. Nope, they're going to keep the play going. It's Waiwaole out of traffic. Backdoor pass underneath, shot no good by Signer, and the rebound goes in the hands of Tech. Up floor comes Gabby Gaskin at the head of the key. She'll attack the defense and get fouled. It's Gaskin, who was the catalyst in the first meeting, scored a career-high 28. In fact, as she was kidding with me that night, the fact that she missed a couple free throws, could have gotten 30. So Tech the inbound underneath. And it gets into Kennedy Toll at the near angle. Back between the circles to Gaskin, now near corner, right in front of the Eastern bench to Schmierbach. Post-to-post pass, trying to find Toll inside, and the lob by Elquist goes out of bounds, and 2 turnovers on the first 2 possessions for Tech. And Eastern doing a nice job at trying to front the big, making Tech go over the top, and so far it hasn't worked. Yesterday, 15 turnovers in the win against College of Idaho for Oregon Tech. See if they can shore that up a bit, even though they've turned it over the first 2 possessions today. Fahringer high post, attacks the defense, lost control of the dribble, it's stolen away. Pulled out of the pack by Ramus, coast to coast. It's Gaskin, put up a shot, missed it. Offensive rebound, Schmierbach had it, and they'll stay at this end as it gets knocked out of her hands. To tackle inbound underneath their basket. Eastern has picked up the defensive pressure here early, and they've attacked the basket instead of settling for threes, which Schmierbach's going to try to, and they hit! Tech answers with a 3. Last night they were 10 of 20 from long range, and they lead 3-2. As up floor works Signer at the free throw line. Far corner to Fahringer, she drives in, skip a pass near sideline to Holacek. Now Smith at the high post. They work inside of Waiwaole, skip it back outside the arc, caught there by Fahringer. Attacks the right side of the lane, drives in, post-to-post pass, shot no good on the weak side, and the rebound goes in the hands of Schmierbach. As Waiwaole missed that one, an easy point-blank deuce, and she missed it. Up floor comes Tech in the hands of Kennedy Toll, had 14 yesterday. Dribble handoff in the hands of Gaskin at the head of the K. Drives in, tries to pass inside on an overplay. It's stolen away by the Mounties. Taken away by Fahringer. She'll lead the break. Go coast to coast. Shot blocked inside by Ramus. Offensive rebound. No, it's taken away by Tech. Gaskin came out of the pack with it. Skip past to Kennedy Toll alone. 3 ball on the way. Looks way, way strong. It was. And it's going to be tracked down by Eastern Oregon. Mounties keep the pressure going. Fahringer down the far sideline, skip it all the way over the defense, near corner, caught there by Signer. She'll lob it all the way to the top of the key. Fahringer will attack the left side of the lane, stop the block, tip it back outside the arc. Holacek down the hands of Signer. She'll dribble drive on Ramos to the basket, turn up and under, and got that one to go. A nice drive that time by Kelsey Signer to give Eastern the lead back at 4-3. Signer, a 5'10 junior from Crane, won a state title there, the 1A level. As near sideline works Gasket. Drives to the basket, throws it all the way around. Schmierbach alone, fakes on a 3, slips through, gives it off for a cutting Josie Ramus, and an easy 2 for her. Schmierbach faked on a 3, drove down the left side of the lane, and then there's a soft bounce pass, found Ramus for her first 2. As Eastern goes inside, Waiwaole out to the corner, long 3 won't go for Smith, and the rebound attack. One and done are the Mountaineers. Up the near sideline comes Gaskin, stops at the 3-point line, settles from 3, and it rattles home. Gaskin in transition, the basket, and it's 8-4 Tech. They've scored the last 5. Near sideline is Fahringer at the 6:20 mark, top of the key, caught there by Signer. Signer left-hand dribble, bounce pass inside of the paint, now stops and lobs it right to the head of the key. Caught there by Fahringer, lost control of it for a moment, tipped in the hands of Holacek. She'll drive Elquist to the basket, missed the shot, the rebound inside to Tech. Up floor comes Gaskin again, still pushing the tempo. She'll pull up again from 3, knock another one down! Back-to-back transition triples from Gaskin, and it's 11-4 Tech. Behringer along the near sideline. Tech has scored the last 8. She's being harassed by Gaskin and tips it back outside the arc to Signer. Signer to the free throw line. Turn, right-handed jump shot, no. And Elquist the rebound for Oregon Tech. Tech runs again. Gaskin up the far sideline. Does she try it again? No. Crossover dribble, left her in her wake. Layup won't go. Oh, what a move by Gabby Gaston. That would have been a highlight reel play, but she missed the layup. The rebound went to the hands of Eastern. It's Holacek outside the arc. Top of the key to Vaiole. She'll drive Schmierbach down the right side of the lane, body her way, stop there, have to find someone to get rid of it to. 5-second count is on, and she finally dumps it in the hands of Holacek down the baseline. 11 to shoot for the Mountaineers. Bounce backs right back into Vaiole, and she traveled with the basketball. Turnover Eastern. Tech to make a couple substitutions, as will the Mounties. Maddie Toll in, along with Caitlin Wright and Kendall Feely. Schmierbach and Gaston stay on for Tech. Eastern has went to their bench. They brought in Alvarado, Johnson, Cast, and Hagemeyer. We'll have a timeout, next whistle. As Tech with the basketball, leading by 7 early on. As Schmierbach has it near corner, steps into an 18-footer, missed it, and a rebound foul is going to be called on Maddie Toll. It'll be the first on Maddie, first on Tech, and we got the under 5 timeout. Quick start for Tech. They've hit 3 threes early. They lead 11-4, 4:55 left in first quarter. We're back after this.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Other games around the league this afternoon. C of I at Southern Oregon, Corbin at Warner Pacific, Bushnell at Multnomah. At 4 o'clock today, Northwest and Lewis Clark State, and late tonight, Evergreen is at Walla Walla. We told you Tech brought in Maddie Toll, Caitlin Wright, and Kendall Feely. Eastern has brought in Hagemeyer, Mia Alvarado, and also Callie Cast. It'll be Mountaineer basketball. Signer, grad student from Central Washington University, drives down the right side of the lane, pulls up, little runner off glass, in and out, but an offensive rebound kept alive by the Mounties. Near corner, it's Holacek. She'll try a 3 from the corner, and that one's in. Bree Holacek can hit the triples in bunches. Had 22 in a win against Hope International earlier this season, and Holacek hits the triple and ends the Tech run. High post works Schmierbach for the Owls against man defense. Crossover dribble from left to right as she works the right side of the lane, stops 18 feet from the basket, leaves it back outside the arc to Gaston with 10 to shoot. She'll curl off a screen, use a head and shoulder pump fake, missed the shot, got her own rebound, puts a shot up again, missed that one, got another chance underneath, and finally out of the pack comes the Mountaineers. As it'll be Hagemeyer who comes away with it. Gaston missed a 15-footer, got the rebound, and then missed a 2-footer. As in the paint is Hagemeyer, dumps it outside the arc to Maya Alvarado. Alvarado to the baseline, then swip it back to the head of the key, caught there by Holacek. Holacek drives Feely, now lost control of the basketball. It's on the floor. It'll be a tie-up, and the arrow goes Oregon Tech's way. Kendall Feely got a hand in on that one and forced the tie-up. Feely's still wearing a protective bandage on her right eye after having to get stitches in that eye earlier this week. At the high post works Feely. Tech running the weave as they'll take it inside. Caitlin Wright, bounce pass to the baseline. That's Schmierbach, lost control of it, still fades away on the block, missed it. Long rebound to the corner, and Eastern Oregon won't get it. Alvarado unable to handle it. And Tech will keep the ball in their end. As it'll be Signer back in, Holacek will take her first seat on the bench. Angie Weisenflue, 24th year at Eastern, over 550 wins in that career. Is driving in as Gaston attacks the basket, and she's fouled. Gabby going to go to the line as the foul's called on Alvarado, the freshman from Moxie, Washington in the Yakima era. And Gaston to the line to shoot a couple, 6 early points for her. And for Gaston, has seen her free throw percentage climb all the way up to 77%. And her free throw on the way and rims out. That ended a streak where she had made 19 out of 20. One more for Gaston, but before she does, Eastern was going to try to bring in Maggie Smith, but have to wait for the second free throw. Gaskin up and good. Give her 7 on the night. And now Smith will come in, and Alvarado going to sit. 12-7 Tech. 3:19 left in the opening quarter. Up floor will work Hagemeyer. She'll take it coast to coast, get to the baseline, stop there to the head of the key, works Cast. Near sideline, Johnson, very good freshman. Drives to the elbow, throws it back out. Cast going to try a long three. It's an air ball, and the rebound goes to Caitlin Wright. Right up the middle of the floor. Finds the trailer at Smearbach. Skip it right to the top of the key. Caught there by Gaston. 23 to shoot for Gabby. She'll cross over, dribble, drive all the way in with a left hand, scoop one up, count it, and she's going to go to the line. Gaskin switched hands, went with the left, drew the contact, and a free throw set to come. We'll see who they caught the foul on. And the foul is going to go against Signer. Signer, it'll be her first. Alvarado back in. To the bench will go Haley Johnson, and Gaskin back to the line. She has had some huge games against Eastern in her career, hoping for another tonight as her free throws up and good, and Tech has a 15-7 lead here early. Out of backcourt comes Hagemeyer. Working against the man pressure, drives to the left elbow, pulls up, jump shots up and in. Hagemeyer with a little crossover dribble, froze for a moment, Kendall Feely, and then elevated from 15 and knocked it in. 15-9 the score, Tech with the basketball. As they try to dump a pass inside to Smearbach, she's pushed from behind, and the whistle was blown. And that foul's gonna go on Signer again. It's gonna be her second. Not what Angie Weisenflue wants to see. And she'll have to sit down as back in comes Viola. To the baseline, it'll be Smearbach to inbound. Tech leading by 6. 5-second count is on. They'll lob it all the way out on top to Gaskin. She'll drive in against Alvarado, skip a pass inside. Maddie Toll's on the weak side and lays it home. Great entry pass that time by Gabby Gaskin. Gets Maddie Toll her first 2, and it's 17-9. High post works Hagemeyer. Skip it to Cast along the near sideline. Now to Smith. Smith to Viola on the low block. She bodies her way in, nearly lost it, but they're going to call a reach-in foul on Kendall Feely. I didn't think Kendall did much except stand straight up. Feely will pick up her first whistle. Second on Tech here in the opening quarter. And it looks like the Mounties are going to go to their bench. Holacek back in, and Cast to sit down. And Angie Weisenflue doing a nice job of substitutions to try to slow the pace. Playing at elevation today. Inbound pass goes to Smith on the baseline. Give it back to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer reverses it to the left side. Working one-on-one against Gaskin, trying to enter a pass. Got it to Holacek down there. Back outside to Viola with 8 to shoot. She'll drive Smearbach to the basket, use a pump fake, put up a shot, missed it, but she's fouled. I believe the foul will go on Tatum Smearbach, and it does. So free throw set to come for Eastern Oregon. It'll be their first trip to the line. It'll be Kaya Viola. Again, missed the first month or so of the season. As her free throw clanked right off the front of the front iron. That one never had a chance to go in. Shot never got above the cylinder. Second one. No good, hard off the iron, but I believe there was a lane violation nonetheless. It was on Eastern. So Tech will get the basketball. They have brought back in Alexis Elquist. As Gaskin has it high post. Throw it to Feely, far side. She'll drive in with the left hand. Throw it back. Lexi will try a long three. Knock it home. Alexis Elquist steps back, knocks home a triple. And Tech has their largest lead at 11. Top of the key, it's Vaiole. Drives it outside. Throw it for a Holacek jumper. In and out, no good. Alexis Elquist the rebound. Tech pushing the tempo. 1:20 left here, first quarter. Near sideline, it's Gaskin. Bounce pass to Maddie Toll inside. Turns, goes left, off glass and in. Tech getting it done early. They lead 22-9. Near sideline, it's Hagemeyer. Well outside the arc. She'll drive to the elbow. Get cut off there by Feely. Head of the key to Alvarado. Near sideline, Smith catches. They go into Vaiole. Squares up on Elquist. Bodies her to the basket. Throws a pass all the way to Alvarado at the head of the key. Launches a three. Missed it. And Elquist the rebound again for Tech. Alvarado had a big game a couple nights ago in a win against Warner Pacific as Gaskin catches, launches a three in transition. This one off the side of the rim, no good. And a rebound foul is going to be called on Oregon Tech. Foul will go on Lexi Elquist. It'll be her first. Gaskin going to sit down. Brooke Anderson in for Tech to replace her. Eastern also going to go to their bench. Farringer comes back in to replace Hagemeyer. Oregon Tech 8 of 16 from the field, including 4 made threes. They're making 50% of their field goals. Eastern 4 of 14, just 26%. 10-second differential between game clock and shot clock as Alvarado has it outside of the arc. Swing it free throw line extended to Smith. They'll dump it over the defense, find a wide open Holacek, and she drains a 22-footer. 22-12. Tech will play for their final shot. Brooke Anderson at the high post, gets it to Kendall Feely. Feely lobs it right at the top of the key to Maddie Toll. They go inside Caitlin Wright, spins it to the free throw line to Elquist. She'll back her way in, hand it off to Feely. She'll drive in, get her shot swatted by Holacek. Long pass up floor, and they will not get a shot off. After one, 22-12, Tech has the lead. We're back here from Danny Miles Court after this timeout.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
(22-12), Tech has the lead after one. Mounties will have the basketball to start the second period. Tech with 4 of their 5 starters on the floor. As Alvarado catches near sideline, Farringer curls off a pick at the high post, being harassed there by Brooke Anderson. Give it back to Smith, who will lob it inside to Vaiole. She bodies her way in, spins, pump fakes both ways, puts up a shot and missed it. Rebound Tatum Schmierbach. Up floor comes Gaskin at the head of the key. Stops, throws it far sideline to Anderson. She drives to the baseline, had a 15-footer, didn't take it. Instead goes inside to Schmierbach, squares up on Vaiole, kip it outside the arc. It's Kennedy Toll. She'll spin dribble into the paint, throw up a shot, and get bullied to the ground. Toll gonna go to the line. The call, I think, goes on Vaiole. It will be her first. And Free throws for Kennedy Toll, but before that, Farringer going to come back in. Should say Hagemeyer comes in for Farringer. It's Kennedy Toll at the stripe for Tech. 81% on the year. And her free throw is good. Gaskin tonight 2 of 3 from the line. That ended the streak. Yesterday, Tech was a perfect 9 of 9 at the line. Toll didn't get there yesterday, but hits both here, and the lead for OIT back to 12 at 24-12. Early second quarter from Danny Miles Court on a pink out 9. At the high post works Smith, hands it to Holacek, nearly lost it. Collects it at quarter court, drives the baseline, gets there to Ramus, tips it to Alvarado, launches from 3, rattles out no good, and the rebound goes to Tatum Schmierbach. She has been key on the glass, 6 rebounds already. She'll lead the break, stop at the 3-point line, and hand it off to Kennedy Toll. Toll with a left hand drove in, got knocked to the floor. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. As Toll went down hard, Angie Weisenflew wanting a travel, Joy Lease wanting a foul, and when it's all comes up, it ends up being just a held ball. And since Eastern had possession to start the quarter, Tech gets it back. Not sure how she got to the ground. So with 19 to shoot, Tech to inbound, and it goes to Toll along the near sideline. Caught on the baseline by Schmierbach. She squares up against Holacek, takes one dribble back, now attacks the left side of the lane, tried to dump a pass to Ramus, and a foul was called underneath. And this call goes against Bree Holacek. It'll be her first. Kelsey Signer already on the bench with 2 fouls for the Mountaineers. We have 2 early fouls here in the quarter. Inbound pass goes into the hands of Schmierbach at the head of the key. Looking left, finds Gabby Gaskin asking for a screen. Ramus sets it for her. She curls off the pick, leaves it right back to Josie on the pick and roll, but lost control of the basketball as Baibaole stepped in front of it and got a steal. Baibaole going to go coast to coast, get to the baseline, and get fouled by Schmierbach. That's going to be her second. That's a key foul for Oregon Tech. And how long does Joy Lease leave Schmierbach in? Didn't get her in quick enough as Caitlin Wright sent to check back in at the next whistle as the pass intercepted. Smith's pass gets taken away by Kennedy Toll. She'll go coast to coast. She was fouled, at least I thought, on a layup attempt. They didn't call it. She missed the bunny, and the rebound pulled down by Eastern. Up floor comes Hagemeyer at the top of the key. Wow, how was that not a foul at the other end? Had a lot of contact both ways, but it's been consistent, that's for sure. Smith left angle with 14 to shoot. 2 dribbles with the left hand, swishes back to the right. Skip pass over the defense. Hagemeyer tries to draw a 3, and that one rattles in. Hagemeyer, the angle triple. 7:44 left here in the period. As Gaskin drives to the baseline. She went to the ground, and now Gaskin did something to her right knee and is asking for a trainer immediately. And that's something that Tech cannot afford. Have already had an injury to Olivia Sprague early in the season as Gaskin planted on the baseline, immediately went down and asked for a trainer. And the entire staff going to go down there and talk with Gabby, and just the way it looked to me was not pretty. I'll tell you that. We're going to break away for a moment. We'll go to some commercial breaks, especially for our live stream, so we don't have this in the frame. We're back here from Danny Miles Court after this.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Every year, Oregon Tech enrolls our next generation of graduates in engineering, health sciences, technology, business, and more. At Oregon's only Polytechnic University, our programs are focused on creating leaders. With the highest median starting salary of any college or university in Oregon. Now's your time, with a bachelor's or master's from Oregon's Polytechnic University. Powering your possibilities through innovation at Oregon Tech.
Start the new year out with over $45,000 in cash and prizes at Clomoya Casino. The top prize climbs each week at our Wintertime Money Lift Friday drawings. Win up to $5,000 on January 31st. Win up to a 65-inch TV and $100 cash at the Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats. And up to $250 free play at the Fortune Free Play Kiosk. Only at Clomoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead,
crutches for Gabby Gaskin, as they will allow her to help herself off the court. They were looking at her right leg. They're doing all the resistance testing around that right knee, as Tech's already lost their leading scorer and All-American from a season ago in Olivia Sprague in the opener against Northwestern College, and now just optics-wise does not look good for Gabby Gaskin, and she's getting a standing ovation by the Tech fans as she's being helped back by the training staff to head all the way back into the locker room. So next player up, that's going to be Brooke Anderson. And out of all of that, the negative out of the play was the fact that it was a turnover on Gaskin as she fell to the ground after the injury. And so it gives it back to Eastern Oregon. Tech leads by 9, but now their floor general is out of this game. Out of the key, works Holacek. She'll drive to the near sideline, hand it off to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer looks to try to attack, can't. She'll skip it near sideline. Holacek into the paint, gets tied up by Feely, and the held ball will go to Eastern Oregon with 12 to shoot. The balloon out of this, the balloon and the fans here kind of has popped because of that injury. Off the inbound pass, Eastern trying to get inbounded. Finally, they get it all the way on top to Holacek. 9 to shoot, skip pass over the defense to Hagemeyer. She drove in, and they're gonna call her for a push-off. They'll say Hagemeyer pushed off on Kendall Feely. Angie Weisenflue was almost a half court. Jumped out of her seat to come down to try to figure out what happened there. So it's Tech basketball leading by 9. Off a screen, Kennedy Toll steps back, launches from 3, and hits one. And Kennedy Toll's gonna be one who's really gonna have to step up as well. Has the last few games. Far sideline works Alvarado, bounce pass inside alone, and wide open is Holacek, and she lays it in. Holacek has 8 tonight, and it's 27-17 Oregon Tech. 6:43 left here in the first half. It's off a screen, it's Brooke Anderson. She slips to the floor. Eastern Oregon able to come away with the basketball. Something is up with the floor tonight. Kids slipping all over the place. Babayole attacks the basket, finds inside. Johnson, a left-hand layup up and in. And here comes Eastern Oregon. Mountaineers with 2 quick buckets. Far sideline works Kennedy Toll off a Caitlin Wright pick. She'll drive in, force up a right-hand runner. Missed it. The rebound goes to EOU. Can't force, that's for sure. Tech so far tonight making 45% of their field goals. Eastern at 40%. Alvarado far sideline to Viola. Matched up against her number counterpart, Caitlin Wright. They'll come near sideline. Alvarado at the head of the key. Alvarado lost control of the dribble, gets it back, throws it to the top of the key. There's the freshman Johnson. She drives in against Toll, forced up a shot, missed it. Rebound goes in the hands of Brooke Anderson. Anderson, the freshman from Grants Pass, gets to the elbow, crossover dribble, and she's going to go to the free throw line as she drew contact on Eastern Oregon. The foul goes against Alvarado. It will be her second. And Alexis Elquist in for Tech to spell Kennedy Toll, and Eastern also going to bring back in Raquel Farringer to replace Alvarado. As free throw set to come here for Brooke Anderson. Also means probably Chelsea Ching will see a little more run as the free throw rims out for Anderson. Brooke on the season averaging 4 points a game, but just 50% from the line. Second one is good. 28-19 Oregon Tech. 5:35 left in the first half. As quickly coming all the way up floor was Farringer. Skip it outside the arc. Long three on the way short this time by Hagemeyer. And the rebound will go out of bounds to Oregon Tech. Eastern so far today, 3 of 8 from outside the arc. Tech is 5 of 7. As Anderson out of backcourt. She's gonna have to play a lot of minutes, it looks like. Ramus at the free throw line. Took one dribble with the left hand, leaves it right back to Elquist. Lexi put the ball high above her head, now puts it on the floor with a left hand dribble. Back outside the arc to Feely with 14 to shoot. Kendall throw back to Elquist, steps back, 18-footer up and home. Every time Lexi puts up that shot, she follows it as if it's not gonna go in. Is at the other end, Holacek, a quick shot from 3 and she missed it. The rebound went in the hands of Elquist to Anderson in transition. Far corner to Ramus. Josie with a right hand dribble, lobs inside Elquist with position, finds Caitlin Wright alone, the jump shot's good. Caitlin Wright, her first 2. And it's 32-19, Tech's equaled their largest lead. We'll have a timeout at the next whistle. Along the far sideline, it's Farringer. And at the top of the key, a whistle and a foul called on Tech. It'll be on Anderson. Brooke Anderson's first. 4:25 left here in the period. Should be the under 5 timeout, and it is. 32-19 our score, 4:25 left in the half. Back after this.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further. If you just joined us, Oregon Tech used a big first quarter run to build a lead to as many as 13. They've held the lead at 32-19 with 4:25 left in the period. Gabby Gaskin had 10 points in the first 12 minutes of the contest, but she went down with an apparent knee injury early in the second quarter, had to be helped off the floor, and I can tell you this did not look good when it happened. If we get any word, we'll pass it along to you as Eastern Oregon with the basketball. They go inside, a nice entry pass that time, and a score inside by Holacek as Farringer with a nice entry pass, and Eastern with a quick basket and cuts the lead to 11. Tech with the basketball along the far sideline. Caitlin Wright to the corner, and Brooke Anderson, she dumps it inside. Josie Ramus bodies her way to the basket, tried to go back to Anderson,
and it gets kicked away by Eastern Oregon. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. As Johnson, I should say, it was Vaivaole that got a quick hand in there to knock it away. Inbound pass goes to the baseline, caught there by Ramus. Now Anderson reverses it to the near corner. Caught there by Feely. She tried to dump a pass inside and threw it right into the hands of Bree Holacek. In transition, it's Faringer to Holacek for three. Front iron and out, no good. Rebound Caitlin Wright on the weak side, able to track that one down. Wright will run up the middle of the floor. Throws it to Elquist. She's going to attack with a right-hand dribble. Body her way in, fades away, left the shot short. Anderson fought for the rebound but couldn't get it. And the rebound pulled down by Eastern Oregon. It's Vaivaole up the right sideline. Hand it back off for another three, again short. Quickly off the rim that time by Holacek, and another rebound for Elquist. She has 6 tonight. Up floor comes Anderson. Skip pass near sideline to Caitlin Wright outside the arc. Left hand dribble, attacks inside, pulls up in the paint, missed the hard right-hander, and again the rebound to Easter. One and done for both teams. Holacek cleared that one. Up floor comes Hagemeyer. Holacek drives in, stop there, finds the cutter, and it's intercepted by Tech. Unable to make the catch that time was Johnson. Down the right sideline, it's Wright. 2:50 left here in the first half. Tech's lead is 11. Elquist high post to the free throw line and Ramus. Josie waits, tries to go inside to Feely. She's double teamed, and they're going to call traveling on Kendall Feely. Both teams going to make some subs. Kennedy Toll, Maddie Toll both in. Feely stays along with Elquist, and Chelsea Ching for the first time on for Tech. Callie Cast on for the Mounties. As up floor works Faringer. Outside the arc, another three up. Again, no good, but an offensive rebound tracked down by Hagemeyer. Eastern with a second chance. Skip pass over the defense, and Chelsea Ching steps in front of that one. Ching gonna go coast to coast. Lost control of the dribble, but there's Kennedy Toll running the lane. She can't finish. Both teams missing layups. Quickly the other end, it's Vaivaole, catches and scores. 32-23, Tech misses a gimme at one end. Eastern converts, that's a 4-point swing. It's Kennedy Toll high post. Throw it back to the head of the key, now inside to Maddie Toll. She bodies in, left-handed shot. Thought she took steps before the shot, and that was the call. Turnover Tech, their 9th. It looked like Maddie took 2 steps before she went. As Maddie Smith back in, Faringer to the bench. 4-0 run for Eastern over the last 2 minutes. They pulled within 9. As up floor comes Hagemeyer. Gives it off to Smith along the far sideline. Drives in against Kendall Feely. Bodies her way up. Tried to go inside. Kennedy Toll stepped in front of the pass. Stolen away. Cole with a crossover dribble. Throws inside, and she's going to go to the line. A crossover dribble when she got to the right elbow in transition for Kennedy Toll. And drew the foul on Maggie Smith. Will be her second. Toll to the stripe to shoot a couple. 5 for her on the night. Free throw was up, looks short, was short, no good. Tech 5 of 8 at the line tonight. Eastern Oregon 0 for 1. Second one, that one looks long, and it was. But Elquist had the rebound, and it was ripped out of her hands by Vaivaole. So an empty possession for Tech. It's Vaivaole who attacks. Gets to the baseline, she's triple teamed, and they're going to call a held ball, and this time the arrow goes Oregon Tech's way. Kennedy Toll stepped in and forced the turnover. And it's been an ugly, probably last 3 or 4 minutes. The Tech still leading 32-23. Far sideline, Toll to Feely, high post. Near sideline, they work it into Toll. Maddie Toll turns, spins, jump stops. The layup will fall. Maddie Toll on the block gets it to go. She's got 6 tonight. The lead is 11. Vaivaole, Johnson to the head of the key and Cast, asking for someone to come to it, and that'll be Hagemeyer. She'll drive in, get double. Throw it back outside the arc. Johnson has it there with 14 to shoot. Skip it to the far sideline. Hagemeyer catches it to the head of the key. Right there's Holacek. She'll drive Elquist to the basket, throw up a right-hand runner. That was a tough take. Give Holacek 12th. Back to a 9-point game with 30 seconds left here before halftime. There's a 7-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Kennedy Toll along the near wing. Tech patient, at least for now. Head of the key is Elquist. Far sideline to Ching while outside the arc. She's being dared to take a three and didn't with 10 on the shot clock. Now Chelsea has it there. Comes off a screen, hesitates the dribble. Through the lane, drives into the block, threw up a shot, and I think she took steps, and she did. Another traveling violation on Oregon Tech. Owls do have a foul to give if they want. Eastern will come it up floor. 7 seconds left in the period. Head of the key, Holacek for three, and she hit it. A big shot for Eastern at the horn. You can't allow that one to happen. No one stepped out on Bree Holacek. She hits the three, 15 for her in the first half. And the Oregon Tech lead at the break is cut in half. 34-28 our score at halftime. We'll have more here from Danny Miles Court after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
There is a quiet epidemic happening. Male depression and suicide are on the rise, but men are not encouraged to talk about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, be a man up, boys don't cry. These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
Start the new year out with over $45,000 in cash and prizes at Clomoya Casino. The top prize climbs each week at our Wintertime Money Lift Friday drawings. Win up to $5,000 on January 31st. Win up to a 65-inch TV and $100 cash at the Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats. And up to $250 free play at the Fortune Free Play Kiosk. Only at Clomoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Halftime score here from Danny Miles Court on our 15th annual Pink Out. And the Lady Owls lead Eastern Oregon 34-28. And you look back at that first half, Tech led by as many as 13. The first 13-point lead, it came at 22-9 in that opening period. And they led by 13 when Gabby Gaskin went down with an apparent knee injury. She was driving into the paint. And we'd seen 3 or 4 players as the day had gone on slip and fall on the floor, both ends of the floor. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the weird weather that we're having here, the fact that the temperatures outside with that wind chill are next to nothing right now. In fact, there was a wind chill advisory for the area. Temperatures last night with the wind blowing, probably 10 below zero. But players for both teams slipping on the floor without doing much. And it was Gaskin who went down to plant, leg gave out, immediately grabbed her right knee, and after about a 5-minute delay was helped off the field by the training staff, and we have not seen her since. And so we hope that everything is okay with the junior leader, the leading scorer for the Lady Owls, and their point guard, their floor leader, and a kid who was in contention with multiple other players to be the conference player of the year and already has had to step up due to the injury to Olivia Sprague that happened on the first possession of the 2024-25 season. Nonetheless, despite that, Tech leads 34-28 at the break. A big three at the buzzer by Bree Holacek to get Eastern Oregon as close as they've been since early on in the contest. As Tech in the first half makes 46% of their field goals, 12 of 26. They were 5 of 7 from three-land and made 5 out of 9 from the free throw stripe. The Mountaineers 12 of 30 from the floor. That's 40%. They made 4 of 13 from 3 and missed their only freebie. Tech with a 19-14 edge on the glass, including 3 offensive rebounds. Both teams turned it over 10 times. That's funny you say that because both teams average 14 turnovers per ball game. Individually, Gaskin before the injury, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. 6 off the bench from Maddie Tull. They got 5 from Kennedy Tull, 5 from Alexis Elquist. They got 3 from Tatum Schmierbach to go along with 6 rebounds, but sat the majority of the second quarter after picking up her second personal foul. Josie Ramos with 2, Caitlin Wright with 2, and Brooke Anderson, who's going to have to play a lot more minutes, it looks like, had 1.1 rebound in 8 minutes of play. Holacek led the way for Eastern, 15 points on 6 of 12 shooting to go along with 4 rebounds.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires.
And they got 2s from Kelsey Signer, who also sat many minutes because of foul trouble, and 2 for Haley Johnson. Again, it's 34-28 Oregon Tech at halftime. And when we come back, we'll take a look at those other scores from around the league. 4 other games going on as we speak I should say 3 other games going on as we speak in the Cascade Conference, including one upset bid happening not too far from here. We'll tell you that score when we come back live from Danny Miles Court. We're at halftime on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
There is a quiet epidemic happening. Male depression and suicide are on the rise, but men are not encouraged to talk about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, be a man up, boys don't cry. These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
To tip in Lewiston, and it'll be Walla Walla hosting Evergreen State. That's a 6:30 start this evening. The game's going on right now around the lake. Halftime, Corbin leading at Warner Pacific 36-28. It was Corbin yesterday that lost at Multnomah. Speaking of Multnomah, they are at home, and at halftime, Bushnell trying to go 2-0 on the weekend, leading at Multnomah by a score of 42-28. And for the Beacons, it was Libby Mathis yesterday that had a big day, and doing it again today. She has herself 7 points and 9 rebounds in that first half. Over the hill in Ashland, they are at halftime. College of Idaho has already scored as many points in the first half as they nearly did yesterday here. And it is C of I at halftime, leading Southern Oregon 31-24. It's the second straight day in which College of Idaho, I should say Southern Oregon, has trailed at halftime. Again, we will see the Raiders a week from Tuesday in Ashland, and that should be a good one. Again, we are at halftime here, 34-28. Oregon Tech leading Eastern Oregon, but the good news, if you call it good news, Gabby Gaskin out of the locker room on crutches, has a ice on her right knee as she sits on the bench talking with Olivia Sprague, who's wearing a knee brace on that same knee that she injured back in Iowa back on the first day of November. So the two leading scorers on last year's team are sitting on the bench, with one with an apparent knee injury, one has already had knee surgery, and now a team that has already been hurt by as big of an injury as you could sees an injury that could be just as bad. And it'll be up to the young group, mostly Brooke Anderson and Tatum Schmierbach, and potentially junior Chelsea Ching, to have to step up and play major minutes, maybe not just today, but for the rest of the season. Can Tech hold on and complete a sweep of Eastern Oregon? It's a big one today. Tech leads 34-28 the second half. That's next, right here on the home of the Lady Owls, 104.3 and 960 Sports and the Owls Sports Network.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Second half, we'll see who comes out for the two teams. Eastern going to go with their original starters, Faringer and Smith, Signer, Vaiole, and Holacek. And Tech will go with Toll and Elquist, Anderson, Schmierbach, and Ramus. As it'll be Eastern basketball. Black shirts of Eastern Oregon will attack to start the second half. Near sideline. Pass to the low block, and Vaiole, she'll body her way in with a left hand, a good move, and scores. Vaiole has herself 6. Our sideline goes Ramus and gets tied up. Hagemeyer, who has actually started the second half for Eastern instead of Faringer, able to tie her up as Eastern's back within 4. 34-30. Playing with 2 fouls went Anderson, and then away from the ball, knocked to the ground went Ramus, and a whistle's called on Eastern. Maggie Smith will pick up her 3rd. She crashed through Josie. Interesting that Eastern didn't try to bring her off the floor. Head of the key works Anderson, being dared to shoot the 3. They go far sideline. Ramus catches. Works off a screen, trying to lob it inside to Elquist. Can't. Now skips it in. Kennedy Toll trying to catch on the low block. And getting a hand in there was Maggie Smith to knock it away with 9 to shoot. So now Tech again, baseline right underneath the basket. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and it's lobbed into Ramus. She'll just try a 3 from there. Josie knocks home the 22-footer. Just her second made 3 of the season. A huge one there for Tech. The lead back to 7. Vaiole at the head of the key. Drives in against Elquist, puts up a left-handed runner. No, and on the weak side, rebound pulled down by Tatum Schmierbach. To Kennedy Toll down the near sideline. Skip it to Schmierbach over the defense. Schmierbach with a right-hand dribble, stops, thought about a 3, didn't, gives it to Elquist right at the top of the key, gives it right back inside. There's Schmierbach, put up a right-handed shot, missed it. Offensive rebound by Ramus, and she scores. Ramus might have pushed off inside, they didn't call it. 5 straight for Tech, the lead back to 9 as Holacek has it at the head of the key. Swings it near sideline. Smith drives the baseline against Toll. Got caught underneath the basket. Leaves it off for Vaiole to the corner. Signer alone for a 3, and she knocked it in. Signer in the corner knocks home the triple. And it's 39-33. Eastern with their 5th made 3. They average 8 makes a night. Near sideline works Kennedy Toll to the head of the key and Schmierbach. Schmierbach attacks against Holacek. Leaves it inside. There's Ramus. Bounces shot up. Missed it. And the rebound will go to Eastern Oregon. Caitlin Wright in. To the bench goes Elquist. I'm thinking it's for defensive purposes would be my guess. The lead is 6 for Tech, 2 minutes into the second half as Hagemeyer comes up floor. Hands it off to Vaiole to the corner. Player went sprawling to the floor. It didn't matter as in the corner. Smith knocks home a 3. It is as close as Eastern's been since the game was at 8-6. Maggie Smith's first basket as she cans the 3 in the corner, just a 33% three-point shooter. Near sideline, Schmierbach goes inside to Toll, off glass, foul. And she will go to the line. It'll go on Smith, and that'll be her fourth. So the fourth foul on Maggie Smith, so after making a three, she's going to have to sit for a while. Maya Alvarado will come in to replace her. Kennedy Tolt the strike. 2 of 4 there today. Made her first two, missed her last two, but made that one. Oregon Tech for the ball game, 6 out of 10 at the line. They're 11th of 12 teams in the league in free throw percentage at 64% as Toll hits both. Extends the lead back to 5. 41-36, 7:30 left third quarter. As Alvarado works up floor. Dribble handoff to Vaivaiola. She spins her way down the baseline. Nobody picks up Signer, and she lays it in. Tech double team that drive. Signer on the weak side was there. She's got 7. 41-38. Near sideline works Toll. Off a Schmierbach pick. Gets to the foul line. Launches. It's no good. Long rebound. Toll keeps it alive herself. To the head of the key and Ramus. Now it's Anderson. Anderson near wing. Schmierbach catches. Tatum, 2 dribbles with the right hand. Steps back. Tries a three. It's off the left side of the rim. No good. Caitlin Wright. The putback. It's good. Caitlin somehow got herself some space and sticks it back home. 43-38, Tech by 5. Far sideline, it's Alvarado. She tries the baseline. Shot blocked by Wright. It's on the floor. Caitlin comes out of the pack with it. Here comes Tech and Anderson. Anderson to the free throw line. Step back. 18-footer. Good. Brooke Anderson in transition. The long J. 45-38 is Hagemeyer the other way. Hands it off. Baseline right to Signer. Signer 2 dribbles with the left hand, lobs it back to Ferringer right at the head of the key, now to Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer bounce pass inside, backing down, triple teamed, and a reach-in foul called on Tech. It'll go on Ramus. That's her first. Eastern to inbound. Hagemeyer gets it in, throws to the corner. Alvarado a 3, missed it. And a rebound will be pulled down by EOU. And a tie-up. Tie-up ends up going to the Mountaineers. To the head of the key, Signer, a 3. And she knocks it home. Wow. Signer a couple threes. Anderson at the other end tries one herself. Misses that one. Long lead pass. Signer rejected out of bounds by Ramus. Huge block by Josie. As Eastern was running the floor that time. As the Mountaineers go to their bench. In comes Johnson. To the bench goes Vaivaiola. Off the inbound pass, Alvarado for 3, and Eastern just filling it up from distance. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game. As close as they've been all night. Far sideline works Anderson outside the arc. She's gonna attack the basket. Layup, good. Tech needed that one. Eastern shooting the lights out here from distance in the second half. Skip pass, there's Signer again, catches far corner. Lobs it all the way over the defense to Johnson. Johnson, left-hand dribble, stopped there by Schmierbach to the head of the key, caught there by Holacek. She'll drive in, body her way in, shot off glass, will not go. Rebound's gonna stay at this end. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. 4:56 left third quarter. A good one here from Danny Miles Court. Tech leads 47-44. We're back after this.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
On the mountain, we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo!
Mountain Dew.
Of 18 from outside the arc, including 4 of 5 here in quarter number 3. They've cut what was a 13-point Lady Owls lead at 1 point down to 1. As Maddie Toll has checked in to replace Ramus. Eastern going to stay with a couple of the kids that were on the floor. First time we'll see Farringer here in the second half. Signer out there with Holochek, Alvarado, and Johnson is off the inbound pass. It goes right inside. Shot contested as Signer missed it, and the rebound goes to Maddie Toll. She got a piece of that one, did Maddie. Big defensive stop for Oregon Tech. Anderson has it far sideline well outside the arc. Toll asking for it, catches it on the low block to the head of the key, and Feely. Kendall Feely goes right back into Maddie. Bodies her way in with a left hand, throws up a shot, no foul called, and layup no good, and the rebound to Eastern. Up the right sideline, Holochek to Signer. Signer gonna attack Toll, drive her way in. Keep the dribble alive, try to bounce pass inside. It's tipped to the head of the key. Alvarado catches there, leaves it inside Signer, right back to Johnson, and a nice give and go, and the basket is good. 47-46, Joy Lees asking the official how long was the post in the paint. As driving in goes Schmierbach. Back outside into the hands of Anderson. Anderson off a screen to the high post, caught there right at the top of the key by Kendall Feely. She's gonna drive in, scoop it up with a left hand, miss it. Caitlin Wright, the putback won't go. Maddie Toll, a third one does! Maddie Toll with the putback makes it 49-46. Alvarado into the paint, Holochek answers with a left hand layup. Both teams converting on the block. It's 49-48 Tech. 3:30 left third quarter. Anderson works right sideline. Well outside the arc, Feely catches there. Feely looked like she traveled as she tips the pass back to her high school teammate Tatum Schmierbach. Schmierbach back to the hands of Anderson with 13 to shoot. Curls off a Schmierbach pick, throws to the free throw line, and Maddie Toll. Toll gonna drive all the way in. A lot of contact, and I think a foul. No, they're gonna call offensive foul on Maddie, and she didn't like it. It'll be her second. Elquist back in for Tech, replacing Wright, as Eastern has a chance to regain the lead on this possession. And it's such a different Oregon Tech team without Gabby Gaskin, like it was at the beginning of the year when you didn't have Olivia Sprague. Far sideline outside the arc, Signer for three, and Eastern has the lead. No one picks up the corner, and Kelsey Signer knocks home the triple, the fifth made three of the quarter for EOU, and their first lead since early in the contest. High post works Elquist, finds Anderson, steps back, her jumper way off the mark, no good. And the long rebound will go out of bounds to Eastern Oregon. You have the feeling that a lot of the confidence for Oregon Tech not there when your leader is sitting on the bench with an ice pack on her knee. Eastern with a big third quarter push. As up floor works Farringer. Stopped by Feely to the top of the key, and Alvarado will reverse it to Signer. She'll drive all the way in, show up a shot. It won't go. Maddie Toll able to grab the rebound for Oregon Tech. Here comes Feely in transition to Schmierbach. She drives in, and a charge called on Tatum. Back-to-back possessions that Oregon Tech gets called for a charging foul. Third on Tatum Schmierbach. Joy Lees coming unglued on the near sideline. As here's Eastern. Farringer high post. Far corner again. Johnson catches there. She'll drive Elquist to the paint. Throw it back outside the arc. Caught there by Farringer. One dribble. Now the entry pass. Holochek outside. Alvarado's alone. Looks good. No, not this time. Long rebound to Tech. Another open look from distance for Eastern Oregon. Anderson out of the pack for the Lady Owls. 1:50 left third quarter. Eastern leading by 2. Anderson high post. Curls off an Elquist pick. Throws it right there to Maddie Toll. Toll one dribble, two dribble with the left hand. Now to the right as she's going to attack. Drives Farringer in. Spins, comes underneath and scores. That's just veteran leadership for Maddie Toll. Give her 10 and we're tied at 51. Behringer the other way. Gets to the right block. Bounce pass on the baseline. Tipped out of bounds. It's off of Eastern Oregon. Turnover Mounties, their 11th. Ramus going to check in. Maddie Toll to the bench. With 1:24 left in the third quarter. Maddie Toll with 10 tonight. As Anderson, who's yet to come out of here in the quarter, works the center of the floor. Swings it to Feely along the far sideline. She drives in, throws it back, and it's tipped out of bounds by Signer. As it was the pick and roll that time with Ramus as she was curling to the basket, and that's a good job by Eastern understanding that play. They've seen it on tape. So Tech to inbound. They get it to Anderson, quarter court along the far sideline. She'll reverse it back to the center of the floor. Now work left sideline to Feely with 10 on the shot clock. Back to Anderson for three, rattles out, no good. Rebound is going to go to Eastern Oregon as Ramus couldn't collect it. Oregon Tech now 6 of 10 from three-land. Eastern 9 of 20. We're tied at 51. And it's Vaioli who checks in. She gets tied up. No, they're going to call a foul on Tech. Kendall Feely will pick up the whistle. And for Feely, it is her second. Back in comes Hagemeyer replacing Behringer. Eastern's done a nice job distributing the basketball here in the period as Alvarado gets to the free throw line and throw it away. Signer caught one way, the ball went the other. And a turnover on the Mounties. 15-second differential between game clock and shot clock. As they'll come near sideline to Schmierbach. A tie ball game. Tatum Schmierbach off a Ramus pick, drives in, got stopped there, skips it over the defense. Anderson to the baseline and Ramus at 15 feet from the bucket. To the elbow and Elquist gives it right back. Ramus underneath, can't finish. Rebound went to Signer. Eastern could play for a final shot. Josie doesn't miss many of those. Game clock at 13. We're tied at 51, late third quarter. Off the screen is Hagemeyer. Johnson to the free throw line and Signer. She'll curl, free throw line, Jay banks in. With two, with one. Tech's not going to get a shot off, and we will go to the fourth quarter. Eastern leads 53-51, a fourth quarter rally next.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Eastern Oregon makes 56% of their field goals in quarter number 3. They've come all the way back from 13 down to take a lead going into the fourth, 53-51. Tech will come out with Ramus, Schmierbach, Anderson, Elquist, and Kennedy Toll. Eastern has a good crew out there as well. Hagemeyer, Signer, Vaioli, and Holicek as they go quickly inside to Tatum Schmierbach does Tech. And they draw the foul on Signer. And it'll be free throws coming for Tatum Schmierbach. As it was Elquist at the head of the key who caught it about 25 feet from the basket and threw a quick pass inside on the baseline. And was caught there by Schmierbach, and she got hit. As the free throw doesn't look good, wasn't good. Well off the left side of the iron. Schmierbach 62% from the line this season. A week ago, 20 and 10 in a win against Lewis Clark State, as the second one is good. Tech playing without Gabby Gasket, injured in the second quarter. And her return will not happen as Hagemeyer drives all the way in, spins up a shot and scores. Oh, what a pretty take that time by Hagemeyer. And Eastern with their largest lead of the night at 55-52. Schmierbach the other way, goes inside. Ramos lost control of it, but they'll say it was last touched by the Mounties. Quick pass that time as Schmierbach was driving in, tried to bounce pass inside. It got knocked away. Anderson catches it for Tech. Schmierbach has it, looks to reverse the basketball to Toll. It's taken away, so they go to Elquist at the high post. Right back to Anderson right at the head of the key. Anderson to Kennedy Toll. She'll drive through the middle of the paint, bank up a shot, and it's good. Kennedy Toll has 9. 55-54. Head of the keys, Hagemeyer. Vivioli drives all the way in, gets cut off, puts up a shot, missed it. Kennedy Toll, weak side, has the rebound for Oregon Tech. Lady Owls could regain the lead, this time up floor. Brooke Anderson has it right in the center of the floor to Toll. Schmierbach catches there. Bounces it right to the hands of Josie Ramos to Schmierbach, steps into a three, missed it, followed her own shot and put it home. And Tech has the lead back, and a timeout called by the Lady Owls. 8:34 to play. The lead is 1 for Tech. We're back after this.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Start the new year out with over $45,000 in cash and prizes at Clomoya Casino. The top prize climbs each week at our Wintertime Money Lift Friday drawings. Win up to $5,000 on January 31st. Win up to a 65-inch TV and $100 cash at the Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats. And up to $250 free play at the Fortune Free Play Kiosk. Only at Clomoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Elsewhere around the league, second quarter, LC State leading Northwest 28-13. Southern Oregon leading College of Idaho 48-44. That's midway through the fourth quarter. That's the big one. Eastern basketball out of the timeout, trailing 56-55. At the high post, nearly lost by Vivioli. Working one-on-one against Anderson. She'll sip it to the corner. Signer catches there. She's 3 of 3 from outside the arc. She'll split a double team, get it tipped out of bounds by Josie Ramos with 13 to shoot. So Eastern will inbound, left block underneath their own basket. They've been led by Holacek and Signer tonight, both on the floor. Inbound pass goes to the corner and Vivioli. Skip it over the defense. Johnson catches it there with 9 to shoot. Back into the hands of Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer trying to lob it inside, can't. She'll drive the baseline with 3, with 2. Signer at the horn. Shot rattles around, in and out, no good, until the rebound for Oregon Tech. So a big defensive stop for the Lady Owls, who have scored the last 4. Along the near sideline, it's Kennedy Toll to Tatum Schmierbach right at the top of the key. Working one-on-one against Johnson. She bodies her to the basket and scores. Tatum Schmierbach, 8 points, 8 rebounds. Tech with a 6-0 run. 58-55, 7:40 to play. Hagemeyer near side, drives inside, gets cut off there. Bounce pass to Johnson, puts up a shot, it's good. Johnson with a good take for Eastern Oregon, off the bench with 6. The freshman from Kennewick Washington. Back to a 1-point game. Inside works Elquist, steps into a jumper, that's good! Alexis Elquist has 7. Back to a 3-point game. Hagemeyer inside, Holacek tries to work against Schmierbach and drew contact, and it'll be the 4th on Tatum Schmierbach. So as Tech started to get some momentum, Schmierbach gonna have to sit. Alvarado back in for Johnson. It'll be Caitlin Wright to check in for Schmierbach. Free throws set to go. First is up for Holacek and in. 92% free thrower for the Mountaineer. Team, the best free throw shooting team in the conference at 79%. She gets both to go. Back to a 1-point game. 60-59. 7 minutes left. It's Anderson, top of the key. Elquist catches left elbow. Hands it off to Kennedy Toll. She'll attack the baseline, throw it back to Lexi. Now to the head of the key, and Anderson. Anderson off a couple picks at the high post. Pulls it back out with 11 to shoot. Now it's Caitlin Wright who looks to attack. Caitlin goes inside. Ramus down there, and she's fouled. That'll go on Signer. That's her 4th. And that'll get Johnson back in for the Mounties. And 2 here for Josie Ramus. Huge ones in crunch time. And the first one rattles around and falls out. It's been the Achilles heel for this club all season long. Tonight, 57% for the line, just below their season average. Second one, no good again. And a rebound to Eastern. As Waiwaiole tracked down the board. Empty possession for Tech. Can Eastern answer? Waiwaiole at the high post. Turns and tries to go baseline. Pass tipped around on the floor. Who wants it? Eastern does. They get it in the hands of Hagemeyer. Tech nearly had a steal. Hagemeyer inside. Holacek, left hand layup is in. Veteran leader for Eastern gives the Mounties the lead back. 61-60 at the 6:10 mark. Near sideline, it's Anderson. Goes to Elquist, short corner on the left side. Bounce pass inside, trying to find Wright, stolen away. Johnson stepped in front of that one for the Mountaineers. 13th turnover for Oregon Tech. Eastern leading by a point with the basketball. Near sideline, it's Alvarado, and a whistle away from the ball, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Hagemeyer. She nearly knocked Kennedy Toll to the ground. Elquist to the bench for Tech. In comes Kendall Feely. So it's Kennedy Toll, Wright, Anderson, Feely, and Ramus. It'll be Brooke Anderson to bring it up floor. Feely to Toll at the high post. Near sideline, it's Wright with 20 to shoot. Right back to Anderson, near wing, or crossover dribble. She'll drive in, scoop it up with the right hand. No. Ramus the putback, yes! Tech with a lead back at 62-61. Ramus has 9 tonight. Hagemeyer high post. Bounces it inside. Caught there by Vaiwaiole. Outside the arc, Alvarado. Back to the hands of Vaiwaiole. Holacek calling for the basketball. Catches. Lowers his shoulder. She tips it out for a Hagemeyer 3. And Eastern just can't miss from distance. Hagemeyer the triple. Her second make from distance tonight. And it's 64-62 EOU. 5 minutes left in the ballgame. The Mountaineers 10 of 21 from 3-land. The high post works Kennedy Toll. Reverse the basketball into the hands of Kendall Feely. Feely gonna body her way in against Johnson. Leave it off for Toll. She'll scoop up a shot and she's fouled. Whistle will go against Alvarado for Eastern Oregon. And for Alvarado, it'll be her 3rd. And it's gonna send Kennedy Toll to the line to shoot a pair. As Tech is in the bonus the rest of the way. Toll 9 points and 3 rebounds. And before the free throw is taken, they'll call the under 5 timeout. 4:51 to play. Eastern 64, Tech 62. Back after this.
Wait, all I do is wait. seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Averages 9 a game, and her free throw not even close. Tech has short-armed the last 3 free throws, and they are just 8 of 16 at the line. Second one, missed that one as well. Oh my! And the rebound goes to Eastern. If Tech loses, that, my friends, could be the issue. Our sideline works Johnson. She'll attack herself, and she's going to draw contact. Free throws will come for Johnson. The call will go against Tech, and it will go against Kendall Feely, her third. And to the line, Haley Johnson, 67% free thrower. Eastern's only been to the line 3 times tonight, as Johnson can't connect. Tech has been to the line 17 times, but made only 8. Tatum Schmierbach will check in if she makes the free throw. She does. Equals Eastern's equaled their largest lead of the night at 3. When they had that last 3-point lead, Tech answered with a run of their own. 4:30 left, who's going to be the hero? As Kendall Feely catches at the high post, curls to the near side, launches a jumper, off the mark, no good, and a rebound pulled down by Holacek. Her 5th of the night. By Viola the other way. Head of the key, and Holacek skips it to the corner. Alvarado attacks, drives in, Ramos swats it out of bounds. 5th block shot for Oregon Tech tonight. 17 to shoot, 4:07 left in the contest. Defensive stops could win the game for OIT. As the ball inbounded to Viviola, she'll drive Ramos to the baseline. They go inside to Holacek. They double team her, so they go out for a Viviola 3, no good, but Johnson the offensive rebound. Second chance for the Mounties. Bounce pass inside, stolen away by Tech. Caitlin Wright got in front of that passing lane. Huge play and a hustle play that time for the junior from Burns. Now can Tech convert offensively. Anderson to Feely at the high post. Works off a high pick. She'll drive all the way in. Threw up a shot, no. Offensive rebound pulled down by Ramos. She's fouled on the putback. The foul will go against Alvarado. It is her 4th. And Angie Weisenflew has kept Smith and Signer on the bench for a long while. As back to the line comes Josie Ramos for Tech. She just missed 2 free throws moments ago. Free throw up. This one's good. Ended a streak of 4 straight misses by Oregon Tech players. Makes it a 2-point game, 65-63. Remember last year, it was a 68-67 win for Tech, as the second one is also good. For Eastern, Signer returns. As here come the Mounties. Debbie Viviola with a basketball at the high post. She'll drive to the baseline, got stopped. Leave it outside the arc, Farringer's there. She'll drive baseline, put up a shot, rattles around, and Hagemeyer scores. 12 for Brindley Hagemeyer. Back to a 3-point game with 3 minutes left. Anderson head of the key for Tech. Hands it to Kendall Feely. Now Schmierbach turns. Schmierbach can attack, drive in, shot, count it! No, they called the charge, and that's going to do it for Tatum Schmierbach. Joy Lease cannot believe it. As they foul Tatum Schmierbach on a play that was a 50-50 call. And you can hear the ire of the fans here at home. It looked as if Tech was going to have a chance to complete a three-point play and tie this game up. But they call the charge. And with 3 minutes left, Eastern looks to try to make it a two-possession game for the first time all day. It's Vaivaiola. Had a back pick, didn't get the pass inside. Cut off by Kennedy Toll. Back to the head of the key, right there's Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer against Brooke Anderson, who's not come out here in the second half. Off a high ball screen, crossover dribble by Hagemeyer, goes inside. Vaivaiola somehow got underneath, but missed the layup. And the rebound's gonna go to Oregon Tech. Oh my, if you're an Eastern fan. Could that be the break for the Lady Owls? 67-64, 2:30 to go. Both teams are gassed as Anderson attacks, throws up a shot. Ramus, the rebound, yes! Anderson missed the layup, but Josie Ramus sticks it home. 67-66, 2:15 to play. Head of the key works Kelsey Signer. She's 3 of 3 from long range tonight. Into the hands of Hagemeyer, has had a big day. Now it's Johnson, the freshman, drives all the way in, left-hander. No, but she's fouled. And the call will go against Caitlin Wright. Both teams now in the bonus. And free throws to come for Haley Johnson. 1 of 2 at the line today in a 1-point game. Eastern with the lead. And her free throw is good. 68-66. Tech led by as many as 13 in the first half. Gabby Gasket out with an apparent knee injury. And Eastern has taken advantage of it as the second one. Heel the rim and out. And a rebound pulled down by Eastern. Outside for a wide open three. No, long rebound in the corner, and Tech has it. Goes in the hands of Anderson. Little floater. In transition, good! Ties it up, Brooke Anderson. At the other end of the 68-all ball game. That's not a freshman move, and Angie Weisenflue needs a timeout. What a play by the freshman. We're tied at 68 back after this.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Brooke Anderson with a transition bucket ties the game at 68 with 1:41 left. No Olivia Sprague, no Gabby Gaskin, no Tatum Schmierbach. And yet Tech's even with Eastern Oregon. Mounties to inbound near sideline. 22 to shoot, 1:40 left of the game. It goes to Hagemeyer well outside the arc. Bounce it to Signer right at the head of the key. Throw it back off the screen to Vaivaiola. Now inside it's Holacek. Gets underneath, gets swatted out of bounds by Ramus and off of a Mountie. Huge defensive stop for the Lady Owls. And Tech to inbound out of backcourt. Brooke Anderson with it. She'll drive all the way in, throw to the corner. Caught there by Kennedy Toll. Toll drives into the near sideline, 17 to shoot. Dribble handoff to Kendall Feely, back to Anderson. Anderson free throw line, drives in, forced up a shot way short. Rebound kept alive by Eastern Oregon. And the ball will go to the Mounties. as it gets spiked off of an Oregon Tech player. Inside the final minute, we are tied. Listen to the crowd. Hagemeyer to Vaivaiola outside the arc. Signer calling for it, catches, pump fakes, turns, right-hander, and a foul. It'll go on Feely, that is her fourth. And with 44 seconds left in the game, free throws for Eastern Oregon to come from Kelsey Signer, who was camped in the block for about 36 seconds. Signer, 74% for the year. And the first of two is good. Eastern back on top. 69-68. Second one, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Vaivaiola has it for Eastern, and she's fouled. As she outboxed the Lady Owls. And the foul is called on Wright. And it'll be Vaivaiola to shoot two. 0 for 1 on the day. Free throw, no. 42 seconds left. Joy, at least you can hear her asking to tell her team to box out. Another for Vaivaiola. This time it's good. And Tech will use a timeout and advance the basketball. 42 seconds left. Eastern's lead is 2. Back after this.
Every year, Oregon Tech enrolls our next generation of graduates in engineering, health sciences, technology, business, and more, with the highest median starting salary of any college or university in Oregon. Now's your time at Oregon Tech.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
.42 seconds left in the contest. Oregon Tech trails 70-68. They have brought Alexis Elquist back onto the floor. She has replaced Kendall Feely. It'll be Caitlin Wright to inbound and gets it to the hands of Anderson. Anderson with 40 in the game clock. Has it high above the head. Goes inside to Ramos at the short corner. Skips it over the defense. Elquist, short corner jumper, no. Rebound kept alive by Eastern Oregon. And a foul called, or a timeout called. That's what it is for Eastern. With 29 seconds left, Lexi Elquist put up the jumper, and it missed, and Eastern Oregon will advance the basketball. 29 seconds left back here from Danny Miles Court after this.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Start the new year out with over $45,000 in cash and prizes at Clomoya Casino. The top prize climbs each week at our Wintertime Money Lift Friday drawings. Win up to $5,000 on January 31st. Win up to a 65-inch TV and $100 cash at the Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats. And up to $250 free play at the Fortune Free Play Kiosk. Only at Clomoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Eastern Oregon will have the basketball. Inbound along the far sideline, leading by 2. They'll get it into backcourt. And quickly a foul called. It's Maggie Smith, who has just come into the game, and she will be the one to go to the free throw line. Kennedy Toll will pick up the whistle. It'll be her first, and Smith to the line for the Mountaineers. So Smith, who sat a lot of the day, asked to come through in crunch time. On the season, 86%. Trying to get the lead to 2 possessions. Free throw, pure. 71-68. Eastern is not led by more than 3 all day. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining as Smith hits the second. And Joy Lease will use a timeout. It'll be our final break in regulation. 72-68 Eastern. Back after this.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14-1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
28 seconds left, 72-68 Eastern Oregon. Largest lead of the night for the Mounties. You don't need a 3 here, but you may look for one. Tech is 10 of 19 from outside the arc today. And the ball to be inbounded to Brooke Anderson. She catches in the center circle. Comes to the near sideline, drives in with the left hand, throws it to the head of the key, and Ramus, she'll turn. Jump shot from the free throw line. It's not a good shot, missed it. And a rebound to Eastern. If you're going to take that shot, you make it a 3. 18-footer from the just outside the free throw line. Not the shot that Tech wanted. Eastern gets the rebound, and they can ice it at the foul line. It'll be Hagemeyer to go there. So Eastern Oregon trying to seal it at the line, and they get the first to go. This will be a tough loss for Tech. See a 9-game win streak snapped. As the second one also good. We do not have any timeouts remaining as Joy Lease will use her final one with 18 seconds left, and the lead is extended to 74-68. Eastern is going to steal one, it looks like, here in Klamath Falls. As Tech had to play the final 27 minutes without Gabby Gaskin. They may have to play the final 10 games this season without Gaskin. A great job by Brooke Anderson to fill that void here in the second half, but Tech just hasn't had that X factor that they've had all season long. It'll be Elquist at quarter court along the far sideline to inbound. And she will get it into Anderson. Brooks going to step to the three-point line, try a 3, routes out. Caitlin Wright the offensive rebound, and she's fouled. So right to the line with 13 seconds left. Johnson picks up the whistle for Eastern. And Caitlin Wright, 4 points and 6 rebounds. Those 6 boards have equaled a career high for her. But 2 free throws here to try to cut into a deficit. Wright's free throw up, still can't find the rhythm. She was just 2 of 10 at the line before that miss. And she's missed her last 7 dating back a month and a half. Second free throw. That one is good. And now a timeout. Angie Weisenfluh will extend it to the other end with 13 seconds left. 74-69. Again, men's game is going to follow this one. Looks like it will be starting a little bit late. Looking at the finals from the other games today. Southern Oregon outlasts College of Idaho 58-51. It was Bushnell defeating Multnomah 75-63. Corbin knocks off Warner Pacific 68-55. And ball game still going on right now. That's up in Lewiston, Idaho. LC State at halftime leading Northwest 44-14. Here it's 74-69. It'll be Eastern Oregon basketball with 13 seconds left to inbound along the far side. Mounties trying to get it inbounded, and they do. They get it in the hands of Holacek, and she will be fouled with 12 seconds left. The whistle against Kennedy Toll and Bree Holacek, 21 points to lead all scorers to the line. She is the league leader in free throw percentage. They got the ball to the player they wanted to in this situation. And Holacek to the line, first one up and home. Used all of the rim, but it found the twine. 22 for her. 75-69. Second one also good, and the Evils against Eastern for Tech continue. The 20-year drought will continue, unfortunately. It's the ball to be inbounded out of backcourt with 10 seconds left. Anderson gets to the three-point line. They throw it to the corner. Ramos tries one from there. It's an air ball. Rebound to the Mountaineers, and we'll go to the other end with 4 seconds left. And these free throws late, it's going to make this margin of victory for Eastern look that much bigger. It'll help the resume for Eastern in terms of trying to get themselves potentially into the national tournament down the road. And for Oregon Tech, they'll be solidified in the number 2 slot in the conference, 2 games back of Southern Oregon. Holacek hits the first of 2, give her 24 tonight. That equals a season high. Second one good, give her 25. 4 seconds left. Tech will get it inbounded near half court. Brooke Anderson will step into a 3, missed it. Rebound goes to Kennedy Toll, and the game is over. Eastern Oregon knocks off Tech tonight, 78-69. Our post-game shows next here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.